13 points and 7 rebounds for Cheyenne Parker, the Chicago Sky winners of 4 straight, 91-83 over the New York Liberty here in Westchester. First of all, Cheyenne, congratulations on the win. I know it's not New York City specifically, but any extra juice coming back to the New York City area? You are a New York City native, playing here in the New York City area?
Yeah, I mean, it's always fun to come home and play in front of some family and friends. And, you know, it's kind of like just this feeling like, oh, I'm back home, so it's only right I have a good game.
You played all 10 minutes in the fourth quarter and was dominant in that fourth quarter. 10 points, had 3 steals in that fourth quarter. The second you come off the bench, either at the beginning of the game or maybe specifically in this fourth quarter, what is your mentality once you get out onto the floor?
I think just to bring energy, you know, and always be aggressive, regardless of what it is that's going on. Just make sure I'm staying aggressive continuously.
78 points against Seattle, 82 points against Phoenix, now over 90 against the New York Liberty, 4 wins in a row. What's working with this offense, and what's working with this team with this 4-game winning streak?
I mean, I think we're finding ourselves, finding our identity, and we're coming together. You know, our toughness is continuously growing, and it's gonna get dangerous. It's gonna get even more dangerous than it is already.
How much of that toughness that this team has is because of you?
A little bit.
Just a little bit. All right. You do play with an edge, of course. And how much of that comes from growing up in New York City? How much of that is being having played in a smaller college, High Point, and then Middle Tennessee State? How much of that plays into your going out onto the court and playing with an edge?
Just, you know, always being the underdog and trying to prove to myself that I'm just as good as anybody else on the court. So I think that's kind of like a chip on my shoulder that I always will have, regardless.
What's the biggest impact that Coach Wade has brought to this team in the first few months that he has been the head coach?
Just how he holds us accountable, and he doesn't let anything slide, and that forces us to excel and be the best that we can be.
I guess, what is this team's ceiling, given that you guys are playing so well, new coach, new mentality, and it looks as if this team has done not necessarily a complete 180 from last season, but it's kind of a different vibe from last season?
Yeah, I mean, I just think our energy, you know, our attitudes, we're bought in, and we all have the same goal, which is to get better and to win. So I think that's the difference.
What is it like every day in practice, bodying up against Stephanie Dolson day in and day out?
It's good. It's great competition. It's good to compete against one another. I think her and I together on the court is insane, and I think that we help each other get better in practice because she doesn't want to bang, I do, and so I think that's good for me and for her because she like to shoot, I like to bang.
You're going to say that on the record that Stephanie doesn't like to bang?
Well, I would say on the record that Stephanie would prefer to shoot.
Oh, fair enough.